Most people blame bread for modern health problems. They say wheat is the enemy, gluten is the problem, bread is the mistake. But for more than 800 years, bread was the most trusted food in Europe. Same humans, same stomachs, same planet. And somehow, bread didn't destroy them. So what changed? Because whatever medieval people were doing with bread, it worked. For medieval people, bread wasn't optional. It wasn't a side dish. It wasn't something you avoided. Bread was the meal. In many regions, bread made up more than half of daily calories. Poor or rich, everyone depended on it. If bread had made people sick, if it drained energy, if it weakened the body, entire villages would have collapsed, but they didn't. They survived famine. They worked long days in fields. They built cities. Bread wasn't hurting them, it was fueling them, and that bread was sourdough. Here's the part most people miss. Medieval. People didn't say, "I'm eating sourdough today." They just said, "I'm eating bread." Every household had a starter. Every bakery relied on fermentation. There was no alternative version. Sourdough wasn't special. Fast bread didn't exist. And because it took time, bread naturally slowed life down. You had to plan. You had to wait. You had to think ahead. Bread shaped daily rhythm, not the other way around. Would you wait a full day for bread if that was the only option? Comment yes or no. Sourdough works because it's slow, painfully slow by modern standards. Fermentation begins breaking things down before you eat. Time does part of the digestion for you. So when medieval people ate bread, their bodies didn't have to fight it. Energy came steadily, not fast spikes, not sudden crashes. They could work all day. On bread and simple food, no supplements, no protein bars, no caffeine addiction, just food that cooperates with the body. Then, speed entered the picture. Bread needed to be faster, cheaper, more consistent, longer lasting on shelves. Fermentation became a problem. Time became expensive, so bread changed, not overnight, but slowly. And one day, bread stopped helping the body and started demanding more from it. Power line. Bread didn't become bad, it became fast. Now people eat bread and feel heavy, bloated, hungry again in an hour. So bread gets blamed. Not speed, not shortcuts. How does bread make you feel today? Better or worse? But health isn't the biggest thing we lost. We lost patience, we lost rhythm, we lost connection to time. Sourdough forced planning. You couldn't rush it, you couldn't skip steps, and that discipline shaped people. Meals had meaning, waiting, had purpose. Food wasn't instant, it was earned. Today, everything is immediate. Food, entertainment, answers. And something inside us struggles to keep up. This isn't about rejecting the modern world. It's not nostalgia. It's not pretending medieval life was perfect. Ancient people weren't smarter. Their systems were. Sourdough reminds us that slow doesn't mean weak. Sometimes slow is what makes things strong. When food respects time, the body follows. And that lesson matters more now than ever. If this video changed how you see bread, there's much more ancient wisdom worth testing. This channel exists to explore old world food, daily life, and forgotten systems, not as history, but as experiments for modern life. If that interests you, consider subscribing. In the next video, I'll test what happens when someone eats sourdough daily for 30 days and measure what actually changes. This is old world mastery, not to escape the present, but to understand it. Click here to watch the next video.